Pagan is a very big umbrella. Depending on who you ask, it's anything from all nature worshipers to all polytheists to everything that's not Abrahamic, not Christian, Jewish, or Muslim. That's a really, really big umbrella with a huge amount of varying traditions. Some of the things that we have in common is tolerance and respect for each other. And so I welcome different viewpoints here because they need community too. We all need community, and we can support each other within community even though we don't walk exactly the same spiritual path. And it's not just a Michigan thing, but this is where I am, so this is where I can help. A place where they can be with others, to be able to hang out with like-minded people, to have a place where your children can come and be welcome to celebrate the holidays, a place where you can go when you're dealing with something difficult, where the community can surround you and support you.
We know there's something out there, but people like myself know there's something out there, but not quite sure what there is. That we mainly come for the social and the positivity. They've also been very supportive when my family's needed anything too, any prayers or anything. They've been very supportive of people that are non-pagan as well, that are outside of our group. My favorite rituals in particular are like Samhain and Beltane, because basically the gathering, the joking around, the laughing, the memories that we can create just amongst each other. That's what I enjoy the most about the social part of everything. That's a welcoming thing right there. That shows me that everybody's welcome right there.
We take everybody in, and it's a family. It's that connection that we have. We don't pass judgment on what you've done in the past, because there's so much more of the future and what you're doing present that makes and builds your character. We have fun. It's a conversation. We're not preaching at you. We're not telling you this is the way it is. This is just a new perspective and a different way to look at something, or this is what we believe, or these are our thought processes on a given topic. And that's important, to have that dialogue, that adult conversation that everybody strives for, but seems no one can have because they're afraid of hurting someone's feelings. The structure works for me is all about the balance. It's about you to walk in the light, or to walk in the light. You also have to understand the dark. You have to understand both sides of the coin. You can't have one without the other. You got to have good, bad, mirth, reverence, strength, and compassion. But having that balance is important, and that's what the biggest thing I pull from our belief structure is learning to balance everything and have that equilibrium and have that firm footing in both worlds.
I've been part of Weavers for 5-ish, almost from the beginning. Shortly after the church was founded is when I started going to Weavers. And this has become a chosen family. My son is on the autism spectrum. I've had other religious organization leaders tell me that he simply has a discipline problem and I need to discipline him more. And I knew that Solenox would never, ever say that to me. My son sits in this room and does his schoolwork. It's so hard to describe because it's a safe place away from home for both my son and myself.
I am a trans woman who has had a complicated past when it comes to religion. And what I really, really enjoyed about coming to this place is that this space is available for any race, color, creed, anything. We're a safe space. We are a safe space for LGBT people. We want to be that for people who are looking for that spiritual connection. But in 2014, I really had a moment where I felt the call from Goddess to this path, and she really was just like connected with me in a way that I hadn't been connected with, and very much believed in deity talking to you directly. And so I had a moment where my son was about 11 months old, and he was not having a good day, and he was crying, and taking him outside always made him happy. He always calmed down. And so I stepped outside, and it was a full moon, and I looked up at the sky, and I just saw the moon, and just so bright, and it just suddenly I knew where I wanted to be. This path really emphasizes personal responsibility as well as power, your own power, having your own power. Whereas in the previous religions I'd practiced, you're very much giving up all your power. And so for me, was I was able to stand on my own 2 feet and expected to stand on my own 2 feet and not live life with a crutch. We'll totally open our arms to you, and if you decide you need to move on to something else, that's totally okay too. We're not here to convert you. We're not here to tell you that this is the right way or this is the only way. We're simply here to just be and hope you find a home here, and if not, that's okay.
Oh, you're new here. Hey, let me tell you how we do things. Let me show you, yes, this is our altar and this is how we're going to do this. This is what happens when we cast circle. Just welcome them in and answer their questions and be there for them if they need it.
Don't be afraid to come in. You're going to be welcomed. You're going to be celebrated and embraced with consent. We're not going to run up and hug you without explicit consent, because consent is a huge thing with us.
You don't have to be part of the inner circle, or you don't have to be an established member. You can come check us out and see if this is a right fit for you.
It's a safe place for you to be you. That's what I would tell my friends.